Have you ever encountered an angel or felt a presence so profound it left you wondering if angels walk among us? Or perhaps you've pondered the darker forces lurking in the shadows, intrigued by tales of demons and their mysterious influence. Today, we're peeling back the veil on the supernatural, exploring the timeless questions that have fascinated humanity for centuries. Do angels intervene in our lives? Join us as we embark on a quest for truth, unraveling the myths and uncovering the profound insights hidden within the realms of angels and demons. Get ready to challenge your beliefs, expand your understanding, and venture into the extraordinary. Let's dive into the mystical world of angels and demons together. So, are you ready? Let's go!
So we hold on and enjoy the ride. After all the ups and downs, this is our time. Enjoy the
ride. All right, let's go. I think we're rolling.
All right,
Zach,
how's it going, buddy?
I'm doing well. Everyone, this is my brother Zach. This is my bro, my broski.
Thank you for watching. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
This is my brother. I know that. And I need to learn to speak up.
we won't actually know how well we sound. We might sound like angels. You never know. We might sound like beautiful singing angels, just bringing melody to everyone's hearts. You never know.
Yeah.
So it's not. When we actually get into the topic of angels, when people think about angels, we like us personally, like when we talk about those types of things, like we don't know what's actually happening behind the scenes in this physical world. You know, there's a lot of things that are different factors that are happening that are outside of our control. And are there actually angels on our shoulders? Are there angels whispering into our minds, telling us what to do, what to think, enticing us? I don't know. Actually, I do know. There are, but they're not in the way that Hollywood would portray it, and the fashion of just an angel, and the way that we've kind of grown up in an angel, what we perceive it to be, and the way that pictures and all those types of things of like a baby with wings, or even I think if we ran into an angel, if we were encountered by an angel, we would probably want to worship it. We'd probably be scared to death, honestly. But
oh yeah, angels, demons, they exist. They might not exist in the way you think they do, but it can also obviously be something that you learn to take on. And it can be as simple as the drinking a beer or not drinking a beer.
Mm-hmm.
That can be your demon.
Oh yeah.
But
when we think of like angels and demons now, and this is a question that has puzzled me personally. Do you think that demons are the same thing as fallen angels? Because I think the general consensus that we've kind of grown up with, and the church throughout history has kind of understood it to be, it's kind of like demons are actually just fallen angels. They're angels that kind of went with Satan, that they fell from heaven, and then they became demons, and they became known as demons in the New Testament. Because you really don't see the word demon in the Old Testament. Like is that as much as it's not as prevalent. I think there are a few instances.
Well, I'm learning, to be honest with you. I'm one of those guys that's very limited on the knowledge on what I know about the Bible and everything, but I'm very interested, and I believe in Christ. So it's something that I'll just sit back and almost learn what I need to do, learn what I need to say, learn what I need to hear.
Oh yeah. So I know there's so many different ways we could take this. I mean, when you bring up the topic of angels, there's so many different avenues and kind of trails we could go down. But I would say from a biblical perspective, and like especially with the revelation of the New Testament and Jesus Christ coming, I think that a good launching pad is Hebrews chapter 1. It goes into the writer of Hebrews, whoever it is, whoever that author was. We won't know until we get to heaven. But we can speculate, we can guess. But he was writing to an audience, a community of people that were kind of deifying angels and almost worshiping angels. And I think there are like, have you encountered that like in your life where people, that people start worshiping or start making angels maybe more than the Bible would have us to understand them as? Like, have you ever experienced that or anything like
I
that?
don't know if I've experienced it, but other than just you listen to today's music, I think they're just worshiping a neon god.
A neon god?
Neon god. You know, it looks very fancy at the time, but it's something you just don't want to follow.
Yeah.
But that's what the new age does, and they put it in they put it in their music. They put it in their what else do they put it in? Their news.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I mean, so what do you think? Do you think angels are I keep saying angels, but do you think demons are the same thing? What do you think demons are? Like, do you think it's just like when you think of demons, do you think of they are fallen angels, or do you think that it's something different? Or
I don't. I'll be honest with you. I don't even think of it that far about it. Um, it's
I mean, a lot of people, this isn't like top of mind what people are thinking about. Like, we have enough stuff to think
but
about.
I do think about the demons in a way that it's like something's pulling you away from doing the right thing
Uh huh.
when you should have done something. And I mean, I guess you look at younger people and you look at yourself younger and everything. It's it's easy to say when you were younger, I should have done something different. But until you actually do the wrong thing, you never really knew that it was the wrong thing.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, everybody learns differently, and you praise the ones that don't have to go through a problem, and the curses they do to everybody else. But yeah, there is demons and angels. I promise you that.
Oh yeah. I mean, that's maybe like the first thing. I'm hearing a lot of background noise, but you need a little chatter. You need a little chatter to make it exciting. You know, I mean, there are 500 people here at least. At least, I mean, I can't even see everybody in the back. Who's all the way back there? Settle down, pipe down. Get him out of here. Get him out of here. Security, security. We're getting some noise. They're bringing in that security dog, that dog that can just come in and just drag that rowdy individual in the back. Get him out of here. You know, maybe it was an angel. You never know. That's another thing. Do we encounter angels in our day to day? I mean, the Bible actually does kind of hint towards that. There are instances where it says that do not neglect to show hospitality to strangers because some have entertained angels while doing that. I mean, it says that. Like, we could unknowingly run into an angel.
I understand that. I agree on that too. It's something that absolutely could happen, and that's why every day you should treat. What is the golden rule? Treat one others as you want to be treated.
Yeah, treat it. Yep, exactly.
So I mean, you go around doing that, you'll be just fine, just real nice. But yeah, there's demons, there's angels, and
Oh yeah, yeah. It's like you never know. I mean, we always think it could be that beggar who's standing at the stoplight, or it could be just some homeless person that you run into. I mean, it could be just a random person, a person in a suit. You never know. It could be like anybody. Like, we don't know what's happening behind the veil. And even in the New Testament, it talks about it uses the best way it describes angels when they come on the scene. The most often used way it uses it as men. They call them men. There is a distinction between angels and people. And I think the Bible's made it clear about that. Even though it says we will be like angels in heaven, Jesus says that. But we won't become angels when we die. And I think that's a pretty prevalent idea. Whenever someone dies, they become an angel. No, there's a definite distinction between angels and human beings. And it talks about in the Bible that angels, when they sinned, they weren't offered forgiveness. They were immediately cast out. Adam's one sin and he was cast out of the garden, but God made a way that people could be forgiven and brought back into a relationship with Christ. But the angels, when they sinned, it says they were cast into hell, into outer darkness, and put in chains for to await the final judgment. So that, I mean, just thinking about that, like that as a person that we were, because I don't think it talks about angels being made in the image of God. They might be, I don't know, but like it, and I know I start going, and I just start. I
What
don't.
about somebody being somebody's savior,
What do you mean?
or just a? It's almost like an angel's working. I don't know. I don't know. I'm thinking differently. But angels work in different ways as far as little things can be set up. There, I believe God made or Jesus made that it was worked through one of His people that He made
Mm-hmm.
and sent to help you. As far as a guy having a problem, you come and help them with it. As far as doing, they do drugs, and then suddenly they don't. You can get them out of that, but you get them out of that. That to me, that's an angel working on this earth.
Uh-huh. To kind of get someone to be like that lifeline that can go in and grab someone out of what they're going through.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah, like because you never know what people are going through. You have no idea. And like that, I see that's on the writing on, and I know I have a Starbucks right here, but I've seen like at Starbucks there'll be something written on the board that says you never know the person that you're talking to that day what type of day they're going through, and what type of what they just woke up with, what the struggles that they're going through in life. So it's like you got to be, I guess, like careful with your words sometimes. You never know how you could hurt someone, and just unknowingly not being careful with what you're saying and just like your interaction with them. Is that what you kind of like?
absolutely. It's just the old sayings. The old saying of sticks and stones can break my bones, but words can really hurt people. They really can, and I mean, people got to be choosy with what they say to people because it could be something that could affect somebody the rest of their life.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, and sticks and stones may break my bones, but like I think almost sticks and stones would feel better than somebody saying something about you, because something that like your body is going to break down anyways, but like who you are inside is it's going to last into eternity. This body's going to break down and it's going to be going in the ground, 6 feet under someday. But our soul is what's going to last. So it's like when you're saying something to someone and it's going into their heart and impacting their heart, that can almost be much more detrimental than just hurting someone like physically, as in hitting them, or just like like words can have a deeper impact and leave a much deeper scar than just physically abusing someone. I mean I think. Well, what
I
do you?
agree with you totally.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
It's it's tough. It's extremely tough.
but
Man.
yeah, as simple as I remember, I got my arm broken supposedly in middle school from a football from a guy. And I can't name the person who did that to me, but I can name a person that called me out in these real little issues. You know what I
Uh-huh.
mean? You just remember words for some reason that you could ever remember being punched in the face or
Oh yeah. Definitely.
yeah. I'm just rambling on myself.
No, it's like that's I 100% agree, because like things that people say, they like can leave much longer lasting uh injuring effect to like where you go in life than just someone physically hurting you. Like it can definitely change your course, and just it can bring down your like, and I don't know, maybe I'll just talk about this, like self-esteem. What do you think about self-esteem? Like, is that a good thing that we try to encourage people to think well of themselves and have high self-esteem, or do you think it it can be sort of the opposite effect? I don't know. What do you think? Like,
You got to be honest with people. You really do got to be honest with people. But I mean, at the same time, you got to try to boost people's confidence. And that's like saying, I want to. I want the sun to come up and the dark to come out and the night to come on, but it's uh it's something you got to learn to try to boost that confidence of that young child at a young age, and I don't know.
Yeah, it's tough. Like
Are
there's
you were you just 20, what is that called, this 2020 or whatever, or
the
catch 2020?
Catch 2020.
Yeah.
What does Catch 2020 even mean?
I thought it meant you just, no matter what you do, you're damned if you do and you're damned if you
Okay,
don't.
okay. But somebody from the audience has something to say. What did you say? Oh, I guess it's not Catch 2020. I guess it Catch 20.
Right.
Catch 22. What does that even mean?
You're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't, almost.
Is that what it is?
So yeah.
These sayings that people have made up and like where they came from. Who thought of that? Why did it call 22? Like who thought of that? Double jeopardy. We're fine. What is we're fine? Okay. All right. So, I mean, I guess in general, like when we think about angels and demons, I brought up that the angels are not that I don't know if it's Hollywood version, but like it's just that we always picture people when they think of angels, they think of innocent creatures that are just little babies that have wings and oh they're so cute and all that kind of stuff. But really, like the Bible is the opposite of that. And whenever somebody encounters an angel, and I actually saw this when I was looking at stuff for about angels. Angels are mentioned 108 times in the Old Testament, and I can imagine they were almost mentioned more in the New Testament because you see them so more prevalent. But in the Old Testament, like whenever we see an angel, people are just terrified and they fall to their face and they want to worship the angel, and that's throughout the whole Bible. Like if so, like I guess if you what when you're coming into like thinking about angels, what is your picture? Like are you like and like some people don't even think about it. Some people do not even. This is not this. This is kind of very abstract. It's not like.
But you do. Yeah. When I think of an angel, what do I think of? I think of somebody that helps me out. Now, that's simple as that. It's just, I mean, when something they could have went about just not having to worry about, not having to do, they chose to help that person out.
Mm-hmm.
It's something you remember the rest of your life.
Do you have like something you're thinking of?
No, not really. But I just, wow, yeah, there's thousands of things. I've been blessed in my life. It's unbelievable.
It's like people like an angel. Like I've had instances like where like it it felt like an angel. There was a physical like an angel that was there. I remember when I was falling out of a tree. One of the times that I didn't actually fall and hit the ground, but one time I fell and it felt like I got caught in the air. And then
slowed you down.
Yeah, and I fell and I felt like I got caught in midair, and then I was able to grab the branch. But then another time I fell out of the tree and I actually hit the ground. So it's like, why is it one or the other? Oh yeah. That's another thing. I was in a motorcycle accident, and I mean I could easily have been paralyzed in a motorcycle accident, and like I could have easily been killed. And I don't know. Like I think angels had a hand in it because there's so many things that like the Bible talks about. They are ministering spirits that are sent to kind of help us for those who are going to inherit salvation. So God has sent these angels, these creatures that are just going out and they're to like serve us and take care of us, minister to us, and we have no idea the things that they're behind the scenes doing. We like right now there could be myriads and myriads of angels right in this room. We have no idea. We just don't see it. It's that spiritual realm that is actually happening. We think of spiritual. Oh, that's just another word for fake. That's just this fantasy land that people want to talk about. But no, spiritual is probably, and not probably, spiritual is more real than this table. Spiritual is more real than anything we could touch, taste, well, all the five senses, all those. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I have the memory of a gnat. I have the memory of a gnat.
I don't know what I got memory of because
I forget everything.
it's brutal.
Yeah.
But we're talking about angels being real.
What about guardian angels? We always hear that topic of somebody that we all have our own guardian angels, and I think the Bible like there's instances where it does seem like that there are, like, we have our own personal angels. I don't know. Like, this is something that really is a relevant topic that I've heard. But like, what do you think about it? Do you think that people have like their own personal angels that they go through their life with them, or do you think?
I don't know. I'm very new to this, but I don't know if it would go that far. But I think there is one person looking about each one of us that, and kind of like an angel. And he might, I don't know how it works, but in an angel way, he's sitting out, he's protecting the ones that believe in him, because there has just been so many times in my life where if just if I was just 1 inch different, 1 second faster, 1 second slower, it would have changed my life.
Uh huh.
But I think he saw that I did want to make a change, and I think that he looked at it and said he believed that I would do that. And it's not an easy way about doing that. Nothing easy to say, nothing easy to do. But you eventually learn, and you go about it, and every day gets a little bit easier than the next.
Mm-hmm.
I know we're going off a little page, but no, it's angels and demons. I've been blessed, and I truly believe that just angels might not exist in the way you want them to or think they exist, but it's I, I I I've been blessed too much to think that they don't.
Mm-hmm. Oh
So
yeah.
yeah, I don't know.
No, that's totally what you mean. Like, and so when we kind of just go into this, like, with all the ways that Hollywood that likes to portray angels and wants to talk about demons and everything like that, do you think that that's accurate, or do you think that that is it just all theatrical and it's just like trying to, because like any movie, it's always about like something, because it has to be something unknown, something that's not of this world, because really our lives in this world is like pretty boring. So we have to go to the theater to kind of expand our minds and try to think of something higher than our day to day, what's right in front of us. So, but like, do you think? I know this is kind of weird, but do you think Hollywood has got it right or got it wrong, or doesn't even matter one way or the other? Or
Maybe.
maybe.
Um, no, if they got it right, if they got it wrong,
Yeah.
I guess they got it with the other how people. I don't know. Have they done a good? What do you think? Have they done a good job about portraying it, the evil, the way that the Bible told the evil was, and then the good, the way the Bible told it was? Because I don't know, from a person that's a little bit more has learned itself, and from her, I'm interested in knowing from what you think
Yeah.
and what I think.
I mean, like, I think
Because
that
I think about probably like about 98% of the humans are just, yeah, that's the way it is. But no, I mean, it might not be.
yeah,
So you never know.
it's like, I think when we the way that they talk about it in movies and way that they bring up the topic, and it's very cliche. It's very like, it doesn't. I don't think it gives a perfect biblical picture of it. Like, but maybe because it's trying to portray like almost the unexplainable. Because anytime that talks about angels or stuff in the Bible, it's always like this angel had the face of on this side, and the like a face of a man, a face of the likeness of this, the a face of an eagle on one side, and it's just these things that are just trying to explain something that's almost unexplainable in intelligible speech, and our way of like talking about it. I think it's like, maybe it is like the best way that they could do it. I don't know.
Yeah.
It, because Hollywood, they're about like, they want to make it interesting and fun for viewers to come and see. So maybe talking about like and this is really a real thing. Like when it talks about the angels that are closest to God, those angels are there. That there's certain angels that surround God's throne, and it says night and day, all they ever do is say, "Holy, holy, holy." But like
Kind of like what the you watch Star Wars,
Star Wars, uh huh,
the Sand People.
Well, I actually I've seen parts of it. I don't know if I've seen some of it, but what is it? What happens?
Well, they were like, oh, instead of saying holy, 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 holy.
Is that what they're doing? Like,
I don't know. I guess so. I don't know. I just, you know what I'm talking about, don't you? Sand People. I've watched about 10 seconds of that show. It was a terrible show.
you do you like Star Wars?
No.
I honestly I like Lord of the Rings, and I don't know if I really ever got into Star Trek. I know the newest movies are pretty good. I thought the newest movies were pretty solid. But did you think they were like the newest ones?
I haven't seen the newest one. I saw the one with Chris Pine, one of the first ones, the Star Trek.
That's what I'm talking about. The newer ones.
I don't know, man. I can't get lost in that land. That's a way off out there. I don't know. I'm excited for the movie Trap.
Oh yeah. I am too.
That looks so cool. And talking about demons and angels.
Oh yeah. That's a good segue. That's a good segue.
A segue. But no, that's crazy that somebody would be able to orchestrate their life and be a normal Joe, but carry on those terrible things to other people. And that's the BTK killer. There's other things like that. People have been like that. They've been a different person or whatever. But that's talking about demons and angels. What about somebody that can act and look the part, but they're just dark in the inside. That's crazy.
Like what pushes people to the limit that they start doing those types of things? What pushes somebody over the edge to do those types of things? And like,
do you think they were born with it? What makes a person be able to have the attitude that kind of like, I want to show myself off in a way that looks positive to the world, and then turn and and then also do these dark atrocities to people and stuff like that. I guess in other ways they do that with a lot of those people that are big into money. You know what I mean? Like that, they do that in a similar way. You know what I mean? Maybe not as brutal, but it's kind of like they want to
take advantage of people and just like, oh yeah.
That's your demons and angels there. You know what I mean? People that are not thinking ahead, and thinking about you or. Yeah.
I think you're like bringing it to real life. I am so all about philosophy and trying to like really think outside the box and try to like think of these things. But I think I make it almost that I make it harder than it needs to be. Like that, those are like real tangible things that people experience in this life that there are legitimate serial killers, I mean, I maybe not like I don't know. You don't hear about them as much. You always hear about them more in the past, but there are people that are doing brutal atrocities, not only just killing people and all that kind of stuff and what pushes them over that limit, but like just
kill more people nowadays than they ever have for a long time, I think.
And it's like, are demons doing that? Like, are demons the ones that are influencing them so much? I think a lot of it, like, this is kind of stepping away a little bit, but I think a lot of it has to do with drugs and just conversations I've had that drugs can, like, and I'm talking about high, crazy drugs.
I understand. Yeah.
Like because I was just talking about somebody with about Hitler and everything like that. Those guys were all like, they were out of their minds. Just
that's what he had. So he gave some good speeches. But I'm not good speeches where they're positive speeches. But
I understand what you mean.
Made him so good at speeches and stuff because he was all drugged out.
He was, yeah.
But demons, as far as drug, I think you want to put drugs up there. I think you need to put money up there too. Is that, I mean, a lot of people die out on the streets because of, the money. It goes down to money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're just dying by the hundreds in Chicago and everything like that. And it's because they didn't pay their debt or they didn't do what they needed to be done. Or they just could have been a normal Joe and they get hit by somebody that's needing money at the time. Well, nobody does anything without the idea of money. That's the ruler. That's the ruler of all evil.
Yeah, that is yeah. And because like, okay, like for me, like I know I turn everything into Hollywood and all about movies. I don't know what it is about me that I just do that. Like maybe because I'm so whacked out of my mind that I just get bored and I have to fantasize about this kind of stuff. I don't know, but I got someone in the crowd looking at me on like give me the evil eye, you know. But I just like whenever we were just talking about that and money, how money can drive someone to do those types of things. And I'm going to bring up the movie Blood Diamond, if you've ever seen Blood Diamond, with Leonardo DiCaprio, and there's a number of other people. I don't know like their names.
Tay Diggs or something was that his name? Or no, not Tay Diggs. Or Dimension Haju.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I'm not the
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, and like he like in that movie, it's all about to get this one diamond, and it's like this little diamond that's like this small, but they're sacrificing their lives and they're doing all this and like killing people and everything like that just to get this one diamond that they found. It's like what would put people like why would that enter someone's mind that is they're going to give their lives for? And like in the end of the movie, I don't want to spoil it because I hate spoilers. You know, I hate spoilers. Leonardo DiCaprio, he's about to die, and he's just holding the diamond, like, and that's what he's put his whole life into. He's there's nothing else to live for, and he's just gonna die on the hill for this one diamond, and he doesn't even get to experience the what came of it, you know. And like I think we are all about the chase. We want to chase something, but like once we get to the end of the rainbow, it leaves us empty and dry. There's no like it doesn't fulfill anything. So he's all about the chase of getting money. We're always on that treasure hunt, but it's like when you actually have it, you're like somebody wins the lottery, their life falls apart, you know. And that's I think that's just what happens, you know. And I think a lot of these spiritual forces behind the scenes can influence a lot of these things that we don't even see what's happening, but they might be pulling the strings.
With me, it just took some age, I guess, and I guess what a lot of people does. It takes time and for them to just kind of grow up and. Like Rasheed Rice, what he's dealing with right now.
Oh yeah, I don't know too much. But
yeah, I know it's awful what he's done, but you got to also understand that everybody had that little wild streak on him, but not everybody has that much money and that many people that are with them all the time. I mean, but you shouldn't give him the thumbs up by any means, but just take some people some time to grow into themselves.
Because he's pretty young. He's like doing something stupid. He did something dumb, but he's young, and
he's doing something stupid too.
And it's like but nobody died in that. Like he was like very thankful that no one died because that could have been a lot worse. And hopefully he will be back, and hopefully I don't know all the legal things. I don't know what's happened with that.
It should be something that he should be able to recover. He's at a young age and everything like that, and everybody's done their little stupid things at a young age. Maybe not as stupid as some others, but
it's like the things that it can just torture you over things that
you do think about it all the time.
Yeah.
I guess if you're a normal Joe, some people don't though. Some people are just psychos.
Yeah, I mean, but like, why do some people why is somebody a psycho and somebody else is not? It's just like is it nurture or nature? Is it like something that you raise?
A little bit of both, man.
A little bit of both.
The little sociology I ever did in college, that's kind of like what they kind of taught me was a little bit of both.
It's never one or the other.
Yeah, it's never really one or the other. There's a little bit of somebody in each of them. Whether it be how they grew up or how they were born, stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So. Going into the existence of angels and everything like that, I wanted to kind of take a turn and like aliens, you know, because aliens get brought up and like, do you think the aliens are real or do you think aliens are? Because I don't. Because I watch Joe Rogan like I always do, and he had his name Bart Cybrel on it. He's a guy that kind of really is into that the moon landing was not real, it was all faked and all that kind of stuff. And he talks about like angels, that they are more demonic powers as opposed to real angel. Did I say angels? Aliens are more demonic powers instead of what we would consider angels. Have you even thought about that, or what do you even?
Whether they're good or bad,
or like do you like in aliens? Do you think aliens are angels and demonic?
I don't even know aliens exist, man. Yeah. But as far as being whether they be good aliens or bad aliens, I don't know. seen a lot of movies. Independence Day, I remember him, Will Smith, punching that one in the face. Then Randy Quaid driving into the.
Yes.
But yeah, whether they be good or bad, I don't know. I don't know. Alien with the heart of gold,
Yeah.
or
You know,
or an alien with the demonic. You just, I don't know, man.
and
I don't know if I believe in. I straight up. They haven't for the longest time. They have never given me enough proof to where I think aliens exist.
really.
They to me, they just I don't think there's too much just little dots out there, little. And I don't know. Until I see something that looks like again, you're talking about Hollywood.
Yeah. It's like
How Hollywood perceives what an alien would be. Who knows? It might be. You think Hollywood? Are you thinking an alien would be like a little spirit driving, walking around, or just flying around, or whatever?
or it's like taking the body of like what we would look like an angel, like maybe
Yeah.
like and like it's just a deceiving spirit, but it like I don't know. I needed to bring that up because I'm thinking about that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I know. It's I don't know if I believe in them yet, but maybe I will eventually.
Yeah, and
I think they will overpower us if they ever wanted to. I've watched a little Joe Rogan stuff where some guy was talking like if they wanted to do damage to us, they could have done to us a long time ago.
uh-huh.
And this is just a guy that believed in aliens, UFOs, and all that stuff. But I think that way too. If they really existed, they probably have a lot more power than we do. So
Yeah.
if they wanted to be bad, they could be bad. I don't know. If they do exist.
Yeah, it's like, and from what I've gleaned and what I've like taken away from Elon Musk, I don't think he believes in aliens, or I think I've seen things where he says there's not any evidence for it. I might be wrong about that. And we take Elon Musk as gospel. What he says, that is what it is. I don't know that. But he's got a lot of things right, I think, for me, or what I think. But because I think of him as the sci-fi person. When I think of sci-fi, I always think Elon Musk for some reason. I don't know what it is. But yeah, I wanted to just kind of touch on that. So we're gonna start wrapping it up. Is there anything like that you would want to any topics I did not touch or go into that you might want to even like kind of talk about, kind of discuss or anything like that, or anything that man, because hopefully we're gonna do this more often, but
Yeah.
you never know. Like I just know I don't want to leave it away that we didn't touch on something that you might.
I can't think of anything other than just keep your head held high.
Everyone keep your head high. Yeah.
But well, yeah, that was a good one. Good first little. I liked that one of your earlier things where it says you have to suck your way to success. That was good.
Oh, thank you.
So I mean, it's that's the way it's with almost with anything. You don't expect yourself, and the people that you expect too much too fast. You're just gonna blow up inside. But I mean, you just take it easy, take it the slow route. Everybody can suck their way to success.
Yeah,
That's very cool.
Be that like that. The turtle wins the race. Even though it might not be as flashy and flamboyant as that rabbit that can just hop his way, and just get all that. But he's just like a little dancing monkey, in front of everybody, making everyone like, oh, he's exciting to watch, and all that kind of stuff. Or he's going to accomplish so many great things. But that turtle who keeps his head down and just keeps grinding and pounding away and accomplishing what he wants to accomplish, I think exactly what you're saying. That's what I think. Well, I think we were going to take a couple questions from the crowd, weren't we? 10 people stand up, get in line. We can start taking them. Go ahead.
That's offensive. Get in the back.
How did he get back in here? Get that security dog back in here. Come on. All right. First question, did anybody have anything they wanted to bring up? I know there's so many things.
I know there's a lot.
They're shouting them out. We just haven't given them the mic yet. Like, people are just climbing over each other, and they're just trying to get to the front. I mean, oh my gosh, there's just so much carnage and blood and everything. Just settle down. We'll get through it.
Kind
Everyone.
Maury Povich show out there.
What is the point of you talking this way? What are you trying to get to the audience
here. Of this particular episode?
Yes.
Well, honestly, I've wanted. This has kind of been on the back burner of a lot of episodes that I've went through, and it was kind of just one I knew I wanted to talk about, and I've had a number of different times that I wanted to bring it. I know this kind of went a different route. I didn't. There's because it's so broad when we talk about angels and demons and so many different things. If we wanted to zero in and focus on something, we really could get something. I think keeping it very general right now. I wanted to basically kind of just get after this topic because I think this is a topic that people are concerned about. People think about. It's in front of us. It's something that we don't encounter every day, but it also can be something that can bring enjoyment. When you actually think about and realize that angels are truly among us. If I don't want to leave that part out, I do believe that angels are real. They have a very big impact in our life. And something I even wanted to talk about is that it talks about our salvation and things that God is redeeming and how God is bringing salvation to his people in the world and how he's brought redemption through Christ. It talks about in the book of Peter that angels, that they are desiring to look into. It's like we're almost like we always talk about Hollywood. We're almost the Hollywood version for the angels. They're wanting to see how God's redemption is going to happen because they're like, man, we got the short end of the short end of the stick that when the ones that were angels sinned, they didn't give a chance of redemption. But like these humans, these people, God gives them a chance to be forgiven and redeemed. Like why? Like I think it's very intriguing when they are just they understand, they see God in all his glory, and these people that thumb their nose at God and give God the finger, and it's like that how he does not just cast them into outer darkness just like he did with all of our angel brothers that sinned and went after,
Have you ever seen In the End? You ever seen In the End with
those are the funny guys?
James Franco, Seth Rogen?
Yeah, is that what it's called?
Yeah, I like it when James Franco's he thinks he's going to heaven and he starts like flipping off all his friends and everything. He's like, yeah. And so he starts dropping. He's like, no.
I think I've seen parts of that movie. Because that is like a perfect capsulation of what people think that
you go up in like a star beam.
Of what the end is going to be. Like it's like it becomes a joke. How it's all going to pan out in the end, I don't know. Whether we're the generation that's going to be there when when the stuff hits the fan and everything goes chaotic and chaos and all that, I don't know whether that we're going to be a part of that generation or not. But either way, we got to be prepared like it's going to be today or tomorrow, because when it happens, like that fits in with, we don't know when our time is up. Like we might just think, oh, when's Jesus going to come back? He's not going to come back for another 50 years, 100 years, 1,000 years maybe. I'm not going to be here. But you don't know whether your day is up tomorrow. You don't know whether your day is up tonight. God could require your soul tonight. It's not, we're not on our own timetable. He's going to call us home when he calls us home. So we got to be vigilant and prepared and, not just acting busy, not that Jesus is coming, act busy. We want to try to be busy as possible. Building the kingdom, because that's the only thing that we're going to carry and build in this life that's going to carry into eternity. So I did that answer your question?
It did. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Any autographs?
We'll be everybody. We'll be setting up a station outside. And we'll do autographs. I'm just give me my paintbrush. I'll just give that paintbrush.
2 for 10, 1 for 5.
100. That is okay. 100. Okay. All right. Was there any other questions? Or are we gonna cut everybody off? It's getting too crazy. Okay. Anything else?
Good. I had fun.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. We're gonna get a picture before we go.
Here till the end. We don't have a little code for you, but we still will.
Yeah. Okay. Zach, thank you.
Thank you. It's very nice.
All right.
Wish I could talk better and more clear, but suck your way to success.
Amen, brother. Amen. All right. Hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next episode.
So we hold on and enjoy the ride.
you're gonna run with the Eagles.
Okay.
That's not a good way to start. All right. Why am I messing with props? I'm fidgety. I'm just. We're not like. This is just getting stuff out.
Practice. Yeah, you're fine.
Just getting stuff
No
out.
worries about it.
You know, I do get fidgety. I need a teleprompter. Stat. Come on. All right, here. I know. A clock keeps me honest. Otherwise, I just start going and I go all the different directions.
Digital, or do you need?
No, that's okay. Like I can do this. I can do that. I can. All right. Just gotta reel it in. Here we go. How the sausage is being made and all that kind of stuff. Okay. All right. I had the wrong hand. Unique New York. Red leather, yellow leather.
You're liking what you're seeing, aren't you guys?
I feel a little uncomfortable. Is that right, Jess?
Like normal.
I know. A lot of this, I get all the nerves out, and then I start rolling.
Your thing.
Yeah.
You're the one doing it.
I know. Okay, here we go. Dum. Okay. Clarity, baby. Clarity.
You do get loud, don't you?
I don't know. Yeah, I think I turned into a different person on the camera. But I'm not going to dial it back. I am not going to be a person that dials it back. I've tried that. It does not work. It does not work out for me. All right, just watch me and make sure I don't do anything stupid, okay? Have you ever encountered an angel?